Welcome to the intersection of cancer and life. I'm Emily Garnett, and this is a podcast about what happens when a cancer diagnosis puts you on the road you never expected to travel. I'll be talking to people living with cancer who are finding strength and community on this detour and who are creating new paths for themselves when life unexpectedly changes course. These are stories about incredible challenges and the amazing resilience of the human spirit. I'm really looking forward to taking you to the intersection of cancer and life. It may not be the life you expect, but it's a hell of a journey. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of The Intersection of Cancer and Life. Today's episode is a little bit different than our usual episodes. I don't have a guest with me today. It's just me. I wanted to just hop on and chat for a little bit because, quite honestly, I am just in it right now, and I haven't been able to get everything together to get an episode with the guest out this week, and that's okay, but I wanted to get something out, and as you can hear, I have a nasty bit of a cough that I've been fighting for a couple of weeks. My son has it too, and also has had a weird stomach bug or something we can't figure out. It might be stress on his part, but he's had a very upset stomach at all hours of the day and night. Enough said. I'll spare you the details. But it has been a hell of a few weeks. So really ever since I got the call that I had brain mets, things just started going crazy for us. They were just rough in every sort of way. I got a cold, which has turned into this cough, which I can't shake. And I need rest, but I can't rest because of the cough. And it's kind of a vicious cycle. I'm limited in what I can take. And it just, you know how it is when you have a crappy cough and you just feel like it's never going to end. I was laughing with my husband last night because I said, I have 2 brain tumors, but right now the chest cold is what's giving me the most grief. And it just kind of put things in perspective. But anyway, a few weeks ago, we found out that one of our cars was totaled beyond repair. And it wasn't in an accident, but it had broken down. A lot of things were wrong with it, and we weren't going to be able to afford the repairs because they were going to cost more than the cost of the value of the car themselves. So we've been kind of limping along. Fortunately, my dad offered to send us his car, so we're waiting for that and super appreciative. But, it was just one more thing where we're like, we just don't need this right now. Currently, you may not hear it, but we are having our roof replaced because we had a windstorm about a month ago that took off about a third of our roof. So my son and I are home while we're listening to the banging and hammering and crashing on the roof, which is not relaxing. But again, it feels like one of those things that's both big and little, like the car and the cough. And I mean, we have homeowners insurance. That's great, but it's still annoying and it's still stressful. You still have to worry about the fact that the roof is missing part of its, structure. Still worry about if the homeowner's insurance deductible is going to go up. It's another another piece of the mental load that we didn't really want or need right now. And then, Felix and I being sick, and then the brain mets. That's been a whirlwind. I've been at the hospital for, several 12, 14-hour days getting scans and meeting with doctors. And I met with the radiation oncologist who has a game plan for stereotactic radiosurgery next week. So she's going to radiate the two lesions in my brain, and hopefully that will remove them completely. And then, if I'm lucky, hopefully they won't come, I won't develop new ones, but who knows? Metastatic breast cancer is a tricky bitch. In addition to that, it's been up in the air as to whether or not I could continue on my current clinical trial, which to my knowledge is working. The question was whether or not the brain mets showed up before the trial or during it. And right now it looks like they showed up before the trial. I recently had scans last Friday, in addition to 2 high contrast brain MRIs in preparation for the stereotactic radiosurgery. My scans came back generally stable, but there were, as usual, pieces on the report that sound scary. Liver spots that are too small to characterize, that we don't know what they are. And, it's the waiting game. You wait until they're big enough to do something with, or they stay the same, and you just don't know. You just have to sit with that very, very frightening, omnipresent unknown. Hi, kiddo. What's up? Do you want to say hi? You want to say hi to the podcast? Here's the microphone. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Can you tell them your name?
Mm.
No? You say, my name is Felix. Are you going to be shy? Yeah? Oh, are you snuggling Charlie?
Can I write my name on your computer?
No, kiddo. Mommy's recording her podcast. But I know. Oh, you're so nice petting Charlie. Oh, and, we're home here for the day. I think this afternoon we're going to bake a cake because... No, we're not going to bake a cake? Okay, we're going to bake a cake today. But, so, we've just been dealing with the thick of all things. And then on Monday, in between doctor's appointments. Yes, baby bear. No lollipops right now. I know you do. I know you want a lollipop, but we're not having lollipops right now. No, but thank you for asking so nicely. And I went to go record the podcast episode on Monday, and my computer died. So I spent the day at the Apple Store, because if it's not an appointment for me, it's an appointment for someone or something else. I've been having appointments for one of our cats who's been sick. It's fortunately doing well, but, it's another appointment. And I don't really have any sort of grand wisdom to take away from all of this, except that if you're in it, I'm right there with you. We're right there with you. And we're feeling it, and we're struggling to just take it day by day and make things work. So I hope that we're back next week with a great guest and a great episode. But for now, just if you could just send us some good wishes for next week for the stereotactic radiosurgery, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. I have my fingers crossed that it'll go well. And we'll be back next week, hopefully as scheduled. The Intersection of Cancer and Life is a production of Mouth Off Network, with special thanks to Pablo Hernandez, Jamie Pham, Brady Tuazone, and Bethany Jones. If you like the show, you can hit subscribe and get the latest episodes on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher, and please consider leaving us a review. You can also check out some of the other Mouth Off podcasts, including The Pros and Cons, a show that gives listeners the ultimate inside look into the world of true crime, with insights from the pros and cons that actually lived the cases, and Onward and Upward, a show about overcoming the worst times in your life and learning from past mistakes. For more about the intersection of cancer and life and show notes, check out our website at theintersectionofcancerandlife.com. If you want to read more about my life with breast cancer, you can find my blog, Beyond the Pink Ribbon, at emilyardgarnett.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Beyond the Pink Ribbon, on Facebook at Beyond the Pink Ribbon blog, and on Twitter at EMRGarnett. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time on the Intersection of Cancer and Life.